Hello and welcome. This time I want to give you the very important information you need. You need this information because you are writing this exam. You need it. Why do students fail mathematics? Why? There are reasons. Let me give you the reasons. Please pay attention to the end. You are going to learn a lot of things now. Alright, look at this. Apart from lack of preparedness, I want to tell you what happens to many students during the examination, that is in the examination hall. These are the things that make them to fail. Look at this. So in part 1, in part A, the questions are divided into two parts. So part A, which is the first part, we have question number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. And you are asked to answer all. Answer all. And 5 questions. Each of these has what? 8 marks. 8 marks each. So these 5 will give you maximum of what? 40 marks. And each of these may have A and B, A and B, A, B, A, B, or just A. But most of the time it's usually A and B. Now, look at the second part of this. Part B. Part B. From question 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 for other countries. Now look at this. Here, this one will give you maximum of what? 60 marks. So 60 plus 40 here will give you what? Will give you what? 100 marks. So which means if you are to here answer any 5, say answer 5, any 5. So which means each correct answer here will give you what? 12 marks. 12 marks each. Now look at the main mistake many students make. It's a very funny thing. Answer 5. Answer 5. Any 5. Many students will devote a lot of time. The first mistake is 1. They devote a lot of time on this part A trying to solve all the questions here. I will give them 40 marks. Instead of devoting more time to this part B. So whenever you have, the first thing you have to do is whenever you are giving your answer script, these ones are compulsory. You must answer these ones. So what you have to do is to first of all leave these ones, come to these ones, and now start with these ones. So if you're able to answer 5 here, it will give you 60. But if you're able to answer 5 here, it will give you 40 with time. So it's better for you to spend that time and attempting questions here. This is one thing. Now the second part of this is this. Which one? Now here that you have to choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of 8, choose 5, which means you don't have to answer 3. This is where the problem comes, and I want to guide you properly here. When you are answering questions, sometimes you have A and B. This one will have A and B. Sometimes B I, This one will have A I, possibly, and B. This one can have A. This one B, C. It can come in any of these forms. Now, what matters is, look for the one. Each of these questions, as this is 12 marks, this may be 6 marks, 6 marks, 6 marks. Now, this one can be 4 marks. Okay, let me say 5 marks. 5 marks. Remaining how many to make 12? That is 7. This one, 4 marks. This one, 3 marks. Look at this. So when you have something like this, let me give you another one that okay, AI maybe 3 marks, 3 marks, 2 marks, then this one 7 marks. So if it comes in this form, this is an example, not that it comes exactly like this. So let me use these 3, and this is how it will continue with other ones. Some students, because they can solve this question number 5 and 3 here, 5 and 3 here, they will now in this one they can solve 3 and 2, 3 and 2 here. They can solve these 2 questions. Here they can solve these 2 questions. Here they can solve just 1 question. Now let me use these 3. If you are a student, which 2 of these 3 will you take? So the best thing you have to look at is, here I can solve 1, but this one is 6 marks. Here I can solve these 2, but these 2 will give you 5 marks. Here I can solve these ones. This one will give you 7 marks, which means it's better for me to take this 6 and 7 and leave this 8. But they will feel, I can solve 2 here. Hey, which means without knowing that these 2 you can solve here will give you only 5 marks. But these 2 you can solve here will give you 7. This one alone you can solve is 6 marks. So students will always look, hey, I know this, I can solve this, I can solve this. They will not jump into it without knowing that the ones that they are able to solve will not give them as much mark as other ones. So what you should check is which one will give you the maximum marks. Which one? This is where students make mistakes. Maybe because they know, I can solve this. They will just start solving it without minding. So this is part of the causes of the failure. Please, by the time they discover what is happening, they will start cancelling this, cancelling that. That is this one. Now, sometimes students, out of haste, excitement, you have been asked to answer 5 questions. They will by mistake answer 6 questions here. It's wrong. It's very, very wrong. You are going to lose a lot of marks. In fact, you have not followed the instruction, and there is a punishment for that. You cannot be asked to answer 5 and you now end up attempting 6 questions. It means there is a malpractice. Because if you are the one doing it yourself, you would have known that you are asked to answer 5. So it means it will call for investigation. Answer 5. You answered 6. How come? With the limited time you have, be very careful. Now this is for this one. Now some students will, because of some reasons, they can attempt 3 here and 5 here. They will not decide to use these ones to balance this one. It's wrong. You cannot say, let me because it is 5 here, making it 10. Let me answer 7 here and now 3 here to make it the same 10. It's wrong. So mind your business. Let me put it like that. Your business is answer 5 here, answer all here. And that is how it is. So mathematics, you are going to be, if you write a formula, it attracts a mark. The more you solve it, the better you get, the more marks you get until the final answer. The final answer will have higher mark than all these other ones. So that is what it is, step by step, as much as you can. What I mean by this is, having done your best here, don't just leave these ones. Very good. Make an attempt. Don't just leave it. Make an attempt. I cannot solve it. Don't make an attempt. It matters. So attempting the question, don't say I cannot solve it. As long as something that you have been taught at all, make an attempt. By making an attempt, you will get some marks for doing that. Now, the most important information is what I want to give you now. Let me give you the most important information. Many of you students, in fact, I've seen a lot in the examination hall. I don't know, maybe if the supervisor may be so not active, or maybe for one reason or the other, is not supervising well, and 2 or more students will solve the same question wrongly. Let me give you an instance. 2 bracket x plus 3 equal to 8. Something like this. The main person solving it may just solve 2x plus 2 times x, 2 times 3, we write 5. Is equal to 8. This is an error. Now we have 2x equal to 8 minus 5. 2x equal to 8 minus 5, 3. So x is 3 over 2. X is 1 whole number 1 over 2. This is wrong. And imagine a situation whereby the main person that has solved it, instead of saying 2 times 3, by mistake, solves it at 2 plus 3, 5, and ends up having this. And now decides to indulge in examination malpractice, gives it to many other students. This will bring about cancellation of your results. There is no question about how can different students solve the same question with getting wrong answer. It's not possible that 3, 4, 5 students will open this bracket and get 5. It's not possible. That's why in the center they will say, they cancelled some results. Some of them did not see their mathematics withheld. This is the main reason. Copy. You write, I write, you write, you write, I write. Everybody is writing the same wrong answers. That is very, very dangerous. So if you are part of those people that will do that, sorry, my hands are not there. I'm telling you, be very careful this year. I want to hear good news from everyone of you. Just like I've been receiving different text messages, WhatsApp messages, comment in my platform. You can check some of the comments. Jam students, they have been making comments. God will bless you. You are a blessing to me. You are this, you are that. God has used you to do a lot of things. That is the same news I want to hear from you. Now, after Mr. Primus directed you on how to attempt questions and what to do and what not to do, you were able to apply all of them and you came out with good results. That is what I like hearing. I don't like hearing bad news from my students, please. So if you're a teacher as well, tell your students that they should be very careful. That is why, very, very important, after solving all the questions, finally, after solving all the questions, what you must do is this. Please and please, cross-check what you have solved. Some students will just decide to, hey, I've finished, let me make a show off. They will just put everything. I'm through. I want to submit my papers. They are there. I'm very good. I'm very intelligent. So everybody will bow for you. I say, yeah, bow. No, it's not like that. So when you feel you have answered all the questions, that is the time for you to calm down and cross-check what you may have done. Believe you me, if you take your time to go through what you have solved, you may see one or two mistakes, omissions. You may observe it. Because that time you were solving the questions, you were trying to keep to time. And in that effort, you made some little mistakes. The time for you to correct that is when you now go back and cross-check. Hey, how come? What did I do? Maybe I did not press the calculator properly. So cross-check all you have done. It is very, very necessary. Now when you have cross-checked, then you have to still arrange the base here as provided, how you answer your questions. Maybe here, this one is normal question. You know that ordinarily, I have to advise you in the beginning, start with the ones you know very, very well, please. Okay, this was in the olden days anyway. It's no longer now, because now you are giving this in your answer sheet. You see it as is provided. Question number 1, a space provided. It's no longer 1, 2, 3. That was during our own time. Now you have to submit it with the questions with the answer script. So now what matters is start with those ones. The ones you know very well. That one, if you go through the questions, you say, this one I can solve it very well. Solve it very well. Now, in my final advice, please. What I always advise students, now that you are still preparing, any question that involves graph, or if you are good at construction, any question that involves graph, maybe quadratic graph, sine and cosine graph, statistics, if you're able to solve it, statistics that involves bar charts or pie charts, or as it may be, or pie charts, these ones, or histogram, bar charts, histogram, all these ones. If you can solve any question on graph, believe you me, that you are free from a lot of things. Because let me just put it like this: I'm just trying to be open. These days we see a lot of exam malpractice. So if there is any form of exam malpractice in your center and you happen to solve question on graph, because it is rare for a teacher to start plotting graphs from students, or somebody, or a fellow candidate takes your script and starts plotting, it is rare you have to see something like that. So that student that solves question on graph is original, let me put it like that. So if you want to help yourself, start learning, go to the past questions, see some questions on graph, see somebody that will assist you. Graph, and any student that makes construction, wow! Construction, reconstruct, bisect, find the locus. If you see any such thing, that person is free. Because if you visit an examination center, or if you are given a set of answer scripts, you will hardly see 1 or 2 students that may attempt construction, question on construction. You may hardly see that. So if you are the type that you can do it and you make construction, you are exempted, you are free. You are not part of those that indulge in examination malpractice. So that is my advice. Always try to do something. Graph is easier. Construction, in this I will always say Rome was not built in a day, because in construction you must have been practicing it. The graph, you can take it, get a good textbook, study it, and you'll be able to do it yourself. Or even if you have someone that will guide you, the person can guide you very well on it. So try all these and you are going to be happy. I would like to hear good news from you. Mr. Primo says Good luck this year. Thank you.